The descendants of Abraham formed many of the great civilizations of the Middle East. They went on to found the great monotheistic religions of our time. Then they went their separate ways and forgot or hated each other. Today, representatives of these faiths come together to discuss their differences and similarities because we are the children of Abraham.
Welcome to Children of Abraham. I'd like to introduce the panelists this evening for a discussion. And the topic this evening is Scripture and modernity.
The Islamic world tried to adopt and look at all this knowledge that was there, because after all, what Quran says, knowledge belongs to God, it doesn't belong to us.
The lack of relevance is only as much as you close your mind to what you think that God or Allah could speak to you at this time, in this place.
I don't know how to translate it in English, but the belief in the prophecy, the prophets, the five main prophets, Adam, Noah, Muhammad, Moses, and Jesus. And as a Muslim, if you're supposed to believe in all these main prophets, so my interpretation was that when you believe in them, which it is for myself, I can speak for myself. When I pass by synagogue, I just feel the Jewish in me. And when I pass by the church, and when I work in the church, and I see the Christian in me, and I come here, I see the Muslim in me. And I see all of them like main rivers leading to the same ocean. And I wanted to ask Dr. Hijazi, which this is his main profession, if he would please reflect on that. Also, Rabbi. So I want to see both of your views on this.
Each one believes in Allah, His angels, His books, and His messengers. So prophets, all messengers, we have to believe them. So they say, we make no distinction between one another of His messengers.
If I go outside of that one thing that I'm really deep into, I can just see more and understand more. And I think maybe I can know God better by kind of seeing God through someone else's eyes, and just, how does God look to you? How does God look to you? And then we get a bigger picture.
Each of the three religions sometimes teach that only believers of their particular sect will have entrance to heaven. Whereas if we're all trying to find a commonality and try to get along as human beings who all have the same concepts, then I think that's a divisive factor. Because many people, whether they're Jews, Christians, or Muslims, believe and also do good deeds.
The idea of heaven, I think it was best expressed by a little girl, actually, that I when I was studying to be a priest, I taught in a high school. She was in grade 6, and she came in with her mother to pick up her sister. And we were talking about heaven. And I threw the question out there, what's heaven? And the little girl said, well, the heaven is the best day of your life, and it never ends. So that perception of heaven is, I think, the best way to think of it, because if heaven was something you could actually put your mind around, then it probably wouldn't be as good as it should be. And I think that in some ways heaven will always be a mystery, because it's the reward of your faith, and
I think the most dangerous thing is when you start acting like a police for God and prosecutor for God. That's the most dangerous thing. Nobody, as Holy Quran says and the other religions say, earth is a place of test and trial. We all running, and we all are at the state of being tested and tried. So who knows? Nobody knows. The only one knows is God Himself, Malik Yawmiddin. He is the one who decides who goes where. So the aim is not try to go decide. The whole aim is to give service. They say Rabbi, who was a Sufi lady, she had a torch in one hand and a bucket of water in this hand. Where are you going, Rabbi? He said, with this torch, I'm going to burn heaven. And with this water, I'm going to distinguish the fire of earth, hell. So people no longer pray God for the sake of heaven or earth, hell. They would do it for the sake of love and the unity, and hopefully return, as Quran says, to God.